I've been trying to shoot this video for probably an hour, and I had a devotional thought, and it's just not coming together. And so I'm going to take that as a prompting from the Lord to take an entirely different direction. And I apologize if you've heard this story before, but I still think it's worth sharing. Several years ago, I worked at a PVC pipe factory in Grand Island, Nebraska. And in this factory, my job was to take pipe that had imperfections that wasn't usable and put it through a grinding process so that it could be turned back into a resin form so that they could re-extrude it into good pipe. And so that's the grinding room. That's where I worked. And there was 2 of us in that department. The other guy had been there for a number of years before I did, and his name was Domingo. Now, Domingo was Guatemalan, and I'm pretty sure he didn't even break 5 foot, but I got to tell you, he's the hardest working individual I'd ever come across to my life at this point even. He could work circles around anybody in that plant any day of the week, including myself. Just an incredibly strong, gifted work ethic, and he was just an incredible worker. And his English was a little broken, but you could still hold a conversation with the guy well enough. So after a year and a half of working at that department with him, I got to know him pretty well. Well, one morning I went to work and he wasn't there, which was really out of character. He didn't miss work for nothing. And so I went around the plant asking where he was at, and finally found the operations manager of the plant, and he had informed me that Domingo had passed away the weekend before. And so basically the story, from what I understand, is that his daughter was swimming and gotten out into deep water and she couldn't swim. And so Domingo went in after her. Now, Domingo was able to save his daughter's life, but Domingo couldn't swim either. So somehow he was able to save his daughter, but lost his own life in the process. And it broke me. I realized my failings right then and there. It's like after a year and a half of knowing the guy, I never once had talked about the gospel message to Domingo. And so I have received forgiveness from the Lord for my failings in that front, but that doesn't change the reality of where he may be. I mean, I don't know. I never talked to the guy about it. And my encouragement to you is to never miss that opportunity, because I thought I had days, I thought I had months, if not years. And I was just putting it off. And it had been in the back of my mind. I just never gotten around to it. And guys, I got to tell you, it's not worth it. It's changed my mindset quite a bit. It's one of the reasons that I did decide to go into ministry, is because I don't want to see anybody enter the gates of hell without having the opportunity to run from it. And I do everything I can to make sure that reality exists for people. I'll not make that mistake twice. And guys, I hope you'll learn from my mistake, that if you've got somebody in your life right now that needs to hear about Jesus and the good news, that you would tell them. And my encouragement is to let you know this: it's something they probably want to hear, because remember, this is good news. It's not bad news. I don't know why sometimes we hide, like we don't want to tell people because we're afraid of rejection, but guys, we got to remember, it's great news. It's the best news in the world. We have to consider the fact that they maybe want to hear it and need to hear it and would love to hear it. So maybe that'll help shift your perspective a little bit, but in either way, believe me when I say you don't want to go through what I went through when I realized how badly I had blew it. So guys, I love you. I hope you'll tell somebody about Jesus today. See you on the next video.